Great opportunity here. Just got off the stage with Bret the Hitman Hart, and we had a great conversation. But I can't help but think that when you talk about what you did for business, maybe at times it cost you because that you were so much about doing the right thing on the ring all the time.
Well, I mean, you with any job, you just do the best you can. But wrestling's a very funny industry in the sense that there's a lot of people pulling strings in different directions, and one person's telling you one thing, and this man telling you another. You never really know. I think one thing I always remember in my career is I never ever felt confident that I was heading in any kind of certain direction. It was always one day at a time. And when I eventually did become champion in '92, I found if you sort of watch the way I wrestled in my interviews and promos and things at that time, I finally had my confidence again. And that was a big change in my career, when I finally had confidence that whatever I was doing, they couldn't, like I was on my way and they couldn't stop the train unless they fired me kind of thing. I was going to be around, and as far as the wrestling goes, I thought I can always hold my own wrestling-wise. Like whoever they bring in, even in the 90s, even when Sean and Kevin Nash, all those kind of guys were sort of breathing down my back kind of thing. I was never afraid. I was always like, if they can out-wrestle me and outperform me, they can take my spot.
And at certain points, I mean, you had a lot of leverage, but you never seemed to really use it at that point. And was it just your love for the business and the way it should be done always just overruled you when you knew it could have worked to your advantage to do something different?
Well, I think it's, I grew up in the business, and I always think that, I was always a fan first. Like, I don't know how many wrestlers were actually fans when they were kids, whether it helped or hurt their careers or what kind of wrestling they watched. But I studied wrestling basically all my life kind of thing, and I understood, like when it was an opportunity for me to make somebody like Tom McGee, I wanted to do that for the business, and that part is just it's just second nature, I guess, if you grow up in it. But at the same time, I think when I go back to, which I kind of talked a little bit earlier today, was when I first got there, nobody thought I could wrestle. Nobody would really try very hard for me. And when I had a chance to show the opposite, show what I could do for my fellow wrestlers, especially young baby faces, like a Tom McGee and for that matter, any of the guys I worked with in those days, I knew that I could deliver a good match, and maybe that would eventually be the key to opening a door that would give me my chance for my own success.
And when you think back, when you were the champion, and it was at a time, I remember, the business was in a bad place. Do you really feel that you were able to bring it back up? Because I remember the reaction you used to get in those arenas.
I always thought when they put the belt on me, they needed some kind of change. And I had Sergeant Slaughter tell me one time, and I've always never really thought about it until he mentioned it to me. It was about 3 or 4 years ago. He told me that I saved the wrestling business. He said, you saved it. After Hogan, it was going straight down, everything was going, and he goes, and you stopped the flow and started rebuilding back. And I'm not saying I drew the same houses necessarily and did the same ratings and stuff that Hulk did in the mid-'80s, but like I say, it kind of peaked, and we were in a downward sort of trend with all the scandals and stuff going on, and just lucky for me that there's many young fans that started to really like the way I wrestled. And I take pride in all the little stories and stuff I told, and how many guys I worked with, and how many times whether it was someone like Mantar or Repo Man, they weren't always the main event guys that you end up working with. To go in there, and especially later on in my career when I was the champion and stuff, I can remember Savio Vega coming up to me and telling me like he was working with me as Quang.
Yeah.
And he just come in a month before, and they put him in a match with me on Monday Night Raw. And he was so worried that he might not have a good match with me. And I remember he said to me, he goes, I don't want to be the first guy to go out on TV and not have a good match with Bret Hart. And I said, well, that won't happen. And I think that's what my reputation became, as a guy that would always make his fellow wrestler look really good and give you the match that maybe you'd keep and show it to a bunch of people. So,
Yeah, and people know you're the greatest. Every step of the way. Brett, great to see you again.
thank you, sir. It's a pleasure to do this.